My reading slump got so bad I went back to Wattpad. Hey, hi, hey, it's your girl Ysauna, and welcome to the channel. I have been in the worst slump of my reading career all summer, so today we're doing a 24-hour readathon. I've successfully done it over on TikTok, so if you want to go see that, go look over there. But yes, I've tried to film so many of these and have failed over here. I feel like I just need to get back in the habit of reading physical books, and I feel like reading on my Kindle is what's been putting me in a slump. The first of its kind on this channel to hopefully be successful. I'm praying it's successful. Let's get into my 24-hour readathon book lineup because she's all over the place. I am ambitious, so I'm probably going to think I can read more books than I actually can. While I feel like I'm a relatively medium, if you will, reader. Like, I read about 50 to 60 pages an hour. So I feel like we could do pretty good at this. This is me trying to beat myself out of being a mood reader. Let's get into the reading lineup. It's gonna fall, please don't fall, please, I beg. Maybe it's too many books. Maybe this is God already telling me that, hey, you're not gonna be able to do it. But to that I say, carpe diem. This is the book lineup. Very ambitious, but I'm already like basically done with one, so really in retrospect it's only 4 books to get through, and all of them are roughly like 300, like they're all short relatively. So let's get into the haul. Let's start with the book that I'm actually currently reading, Live in Atlanta by Tara Jones. I have roughly this much left of said book, probably about 50 or so pages. I've been speed reading through this. It's so good. It's about the missing kids in Atlanta from like the 80s that never were talked about because the Jody pick up, right, don't give me the line, but the little white girl went missing around the same time, so they kind of got pushed to the back burner, and then somebody that actually lived through it telling the story. Already you can tell this is going to be a 5-star read for me. Then we have Killer Instinct by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. If you follow my book talk, you know I love naturals. Yeah, favorite book of all time, always recommending it. It's my all-time favorite 6-star read. To finally finish the series, I went and picked this up the other day at Barnes, and hopefully I can actually read it. I also have a bunch of library books that I need to have turned in by the 31st, and I've only read one of them, which is the Leaving Atlanta book. So I have Lean on Me by Pat Simmons. It's about a girl whose mom has dementia, and somebody ends up being like, I feel like you're not taking care of her. So she's like, that's really disrespectful, but they end up getting close, and it's like a romance subplot. A lot of these aren't necessarily romance, but more so fiction, because I needed to get out of my romance bag, because I feel like that was the reason I was really in my slump. I have Birds in the Sky by Ashley Antoinette. To know me is to know I love Ashley Antoinette down. And then I have a classic. Will I get to this? Probably not, but I've been wanting to get more into classics. I feel like these are just going to be something that I genuinely have to read on an audiobook. Like, I have to listen to it instead of read it, because the way that it's even written, like, who was reading this? Like, I tried to like skim through it to see if I even knew what they were talking about. Oblivious, but I'm trying to challenge my mind more. So we have the Kindleisha of All Else Fails. She will be getting pulled out. I'm currently reading a Wattpad book on here because that's how bad my slump got. My reading slump got so bad I went back to Wattpad. Let's get into this readathon, 24-hour readathon. I'm kind of scared. I did originally want to start this at 10 o'clock even, because I like to do evening times when I do reading challenges, but you know, life doesn't always go to plan and how we plan it out. So here we are, 10:21. I'm going to set a timer probably when it gets to 10:30, just so it is still a little even and not just any other time. And I'm trying to decide if I want to go to 10:30 in the morning or if I want to go to 10:30 p.m. I'm going to start with Leaving Atlanta. I have about like 30 or so pages of this left. There's a quote in here, and she said, well, if they hate them, wait, they're talking about the person that snatched them up, because it's only been little boys. They've been snatching up little black boys. And she said, can I read? I would hope so. He say that it's the boys they want, because we're going to be black men pretty soon, and if it's one thing the white man's scared of, it's a black man. Is she clear? She clear. Now that you're really saying it, If this lady say one more thing to a kid that's not hers, we gonna have to see about each other, because ain't no way. Current time 11:40. We're about an hour in. I did just finish Leaving Atlanta. This was a 5-star for me. I'm gonna go ahead update it in my Goodreads, because honestly the best part about finishing a book is then going on to Goodreads and updating it. Since I'm done with Leaving Atlanta, we're going to move on to Killer Instinct. I started reading this series of last year, I believe, when I got back into reading. Absolutely loved the first book, never finished the rest of the series. Second book is about 300 pages. I feel like this will keep me entertained for the next like hour and a half, as far as like the mystery of it all goes and trying to solve the case, figure out. It's basically like a whodunit, Criminal Minds vibe. It's also 11:44, and we just finished our first bookie, so I'm excited to get into the second one. Never had it in public, make reaction, 50K to cousins, post a caption, pray none of my enemies hold me captive. I grieve different. Under the jury, chain was magic, never had it in public, make reaction, 50K to cousins, post a caption, pray none of my enemies hold me captive. I grieve different. I did just recently finish an episode of season 3 of Summer I Turned Pretty. How do I feel about Belly and Jeremiah Core? I hate it. I hate it so bad. I'm a Bonrad girly. I don't care. Say what you want. Bonrad is in game. Sorry, it's always going to be him. Moving on to Killer Instinct, I do want to annotate this because my Naturals copy, I don't know where she is, but she is very much so tabbed up, and I want to continue the whole series and have the whole series just annotated, because I don't know, when you have a complete series that's annotated together, it just looks beautiful. We're getting into this. I need to pick out what tabs I want to do, what pins, highlighters I want to use, because also since this is like a murder mystery, trying to figure out who did it type of book vibe, the riddles in this book always go over my head. Like when I was reading One Dark Window, those riddles went over my head so bad, and when I got on TikTok and saw everybody's think pieces, I was like, like I recently watched We Were Liars, and personally to me, I feel like they did such a good job of us not recognizing it until you watched it, if you didn't read the books until the end, realizing the plot twist at the end, because I was genuinely confused. Not confused, but I had no idea where it was going until like the last few minutes of the season. It's crazy. I can't believe we're a book down already, guys. Honorary spine crack. That is the most satisfying thing to do with the new book, is break the spine. Like, say what you want, but I'ma always break my spine. Reposado. I can't lie, I've spent the last 30 minutes doom scrolling, so that's why I haven't checked back in. But Killer Instinct is next. I got my tabbies out because I love color coordinating my tabs to the covers. Bookmark. Let's get into the goods. The Hamilton stan in me wants to start singing Right Hand Man so bad. Like, oh, gun, outnumbered, like, that's how easily I get distracted, because all I needed to hear was outmanned and outgunned immediately. Hamilton, is that you? Alexander, Alexander, look around, and how lucky we are to be alive, right? Helpless. And I just saw them live. I'll insert a few clips here. Yeah. And I don't know who this lady is that just came in, but the way she's talking to Cassie, I'm not liking it. Not the full name. How is you cool? Nothing to show for it. You did all that for the FBI and have nothing to show for it. So whoop-de-doo, what are you telling me for? Put the brakes on it. Cause how you gonna come into my house, a group of profilers, all in one house, and then proceed to tell me because I'm young I'm not a profiler? Oh, who is you? Like, your daddy need to come get her. I will say that I like about Jennifer is, though this is a series and sometimes authors just expect you to automatically know what you're reading when you're reading it, she gives background kind of into what happened in the last book. Like, she reminded us what everybody's skills was, she reminded us who the killer was and what they did. Good morning to my brothers and sisters. No, I'm just playing. Currently 2 a.m. I've yawned probably 20 times. My eyes are drooping. I've been on page 30 for the past hour and a half. I think it's time to call it a quits and go to bed. The way I'm going to do this is I'm going to set a timer for 9:30, 10-ish o'clock. I'm going to stop my timer that's currently going, but I'm going to set an alarm so that I don't sleep in too long. You know, the whole jazz. I'll definitely end up finishing this book tomorrow, but for now I'm going to bed. Good night. It's the next morning. It's actually 12 p.m. I woke up a lot later than what I expected to. As y'all saw, I wanted to wake up around 9:30, 10. My alarm did go off. Did I get up? No, I did not. Clearly, I was more tired than I thought I was. But it's day 2, and we're still reading Killer Instinct. I have about 9 hours left on my timer. I am going to get into Killer Instinct. I'll be forgetting they're in high school. Like, that's crazy. I feel like I've read the first half of this book already on my Kindle. But some of this, I feel like, is giving very much so deja vu. Like, the murder that they just described to us that happened, I feel like I've already read. So let me check my Kindle. Because sometimes I'll do that. Sometimes, like, I've tried to start this book a few times after finishing the naturals and just never got around to finishing it. Last night when I told you I was going to sleep, I stayed up for another good solid 3 hours and was reading my Wattpad. I was like 30% of the way through. I was on chapter 18. So that's why it feels like deja vu. I'm sitting here and I'm reading it and I'm like, this feels like I've read it before. So in physical book format, I'm about halfway through this book. But I read it so long ago, I feel like I'm like right here on my Kindle. Like on my Kindle, that's how much I had read. I don't know if I should start back from right there because I do remember a lot of it, but also not a lot of it at the same time. And I do want to tab it. So I felt this would be the perfect time to do a little like reready so I can have my whole book tabbed like how I wanted to. I'm going to continue reading from where I am now because I don't think I remember enough to just jump straight to chapter 18. But I'm going to keep my bookmark there so that when we make it to that point, I might switch over to my Kindle. Only I would start reading a book and not realize I had already read a hefty chunk of it at some point. Let me see if I marked it on my Goodreads. Oh, Goodreads got an update. Wait, first of all, the logo isn't that bulky, ugly G anymore. I just doom scrolled for the past 10 minutes. Hey, I have no complaints about it. It's 1:30. We're actually going to start reading now. Because I keep reading, picking it up, then setting it back down, going into TikTok, scrolling for like 10-15 minutes, and then doing it all over again on a repeated cycle. I clearly need a detox because there's no way I keep picking this phone back up. It's 6:30. I'm a little bit more than halfway through. What am I reading? Killer Instinct. I'm really enjoying it. Right now it's giving like 3, potentially 3.5 stars. I'm not eating it up as much as the first one, plot-wise, but I am really enjoying it. My predictions for this book, I do think it's Bryce. I thought it was Bryce when they were in the classroom doing the presentation at the party. She was a little standoffish to me. She was a little weird. And she got brought back up again as somebody who often had overlapping classes with the girl that was killed. I'm thinking the unsub is Bryce, but then at the same time, I don't feel like Jennifer would make both of her unsubs women, because the last one in the first book, it was a lady too. So I feel like that would be too like on the nose, but I don't know. It's also currently 6:34, and I don't know how many hours I have left. I have 4 hours left, so I feel like I'm pacing pretty good. I'm probably going to end up finishing before my 4 hours are up, or right at my 4-hour mark. I feel like time is flying, but at the same time also moving slow. So I'm getting a little sleepy, which I don't know why I've been so sleepy recently, but sleep literally just keeps finding me. I don't know why. I'm supposed to end this at 10:39-ish. So let's get back into reading. I just wanted to pop in and update y'all. I think I want to give me a little snacky snack because my stomach has been really irritated. I don't know what it is, but I'm craving like some fruit. Don't ask me why, I don't know. This is my snacky snack with my water. This is my snack. I know I said fruit, but we don't really have any fruit. However, I do have a little orange of my scoop chips. These are the best tortilla chips you can literally get. I don't care. Argue with your mom, not me. And then my water. This was a cute little quick intermission. But let's get back into reading. time rate just went up. It is currently 10:39, which means our 24-hour readathon is done. I think this is the first successful 24-hour readathon I've had. I feel like other times I've stopped because I'm like, oh, I'm not reading enough, so I don't want to finish it or edit it or da-da-da-da, whatever the case may be. But I finally successfully finished one. Were there a bunch of breaks in between because I have ADHD and lose my concentration and thought process pretty quickly and just start doing stuff? Yes. Were there TikTok doom scrolls involved? Yes. But did I pull all the way through and still finish? Yes. And for that, I'm proud of myself. We gotta, you know, celebrate the small wins. But out of my OG stack, I had about 6 books, which is overly ambitious for me because I'm either reading very fast or I'm reading very slow, and there's usually no happy medium or no like recollection of if I'm going to have a good reading day. And I say I did pretty decent. From the stack, I did one book. I started another and I'm almost done with this one. I read Leaving Atlanta first. This was such a good book. I gave this 5 stars. This is about the missing kids in Atlanta that were being murdered. I'm still kind of questioning the way that it ended. It ended very like not a lot of closure. Like we kind of left with something major about to happen to one of the characters' lives, and then it just like ended there, which kind of confused me a little bit because I was like, huh, like where's the rest? But I gave this a 5 stars. I absolutely love this, and I'm going to purchase this book after I'm done reading it. Then we have Killer Instinct. I'm 234 pages into Killer Instinct. I am really eating it up. One thing that's really keeping me hooked on this plot is the love triangle, while also trying to figure out who the killer is and who's making, like who's doing his dad's copycat murders. I'm hooked. And as I said at the beginning, I liked but didn't like how they kind of walked us through the killings and stuff, and they really gave recaps of all the characters and basically told us, like reminded us who everybody was, which I really enjoyed because this is a series that I haven't picked up in a while, and I do kind of get confused when it comes to series like who's who, especially if it's something like Criminal Minds vibes like this, or a thriller where it's like there's so many pieces you need to know or else you're going to be confused. But I'm really enjoying this so far, and since I have only like 100 or so pages left, I'll probably finish this tonight if all else fails. But that is my 24-hour readathon. I hope y'all liked it. I love these. I think I'm gonna start doing them like once a month because I get into slumps very easily. And my TBR, I don't even have one because I'm just always reading something else that's recommended to me. But yeah, that was my 24-hour readathon. I hope y'all enjoyed it as much as I did, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.